Man, I'm telling you what, the things that we just sang about, we saw happen. And God did so many things that have just blown our minds, seen people experience true healing. And I wanted to share one of those stories with you. Cody Carlton, would you come up? Y'all welcome Cody to the platform as he comes. Cody and his wife Eric have been in the church for quite some time now, and I met him, I not met him, but I really got to know him on an Israel trip last year, a couple years ago, and he shared with me at lunch one time on Israel some of the health challenges that you've been facing. And why don't you just share briefly what you've been going through and what God did on Wednesday night?
Sure. So in April of 2017, I was diagnosed with bilateral Meniere's disease, which is a nerve disorder in the middle ear that causes hearing loss, extreme bouts of vertigo, disorientation, just really messes up your equilibrium. And it kind of ebbs and wanes. Since November of this year, been really struggling with some major issues with my equilibrium being off. And I know some of you are looking and saying, wow, I've ridden in the trolley with you driving. I promise you, I only drive when equilibrium has been good. But it's been to the point where I've taken some major falls down our stairs, fallen into some pieces of our furniture, broken our bedposts. Luckily, no bones, just some major bumps, bruises, scrapes, scratches. But hearing loss in both ears, 30 to 57%. When I have those extreme cases of vertigo, I have to use a cane. When we were in Israel, there was a day I had to use my cane to get around. So came Wednesday night, not really knowing what to expect. But I knew as soon as Tara started singing praise through my breakthrough, and I just lost it. I knew that, as we say in the hike ministry, get ready because something's about to happen. So I was ready to buckle up. Wes gets up because God had given him some specific circumstances, conditions to pray for. So he mentions hearing loss and muffled hearing. So I stand up. I'm like, yes, hearing will be restored tonight. And then he mentions a few more. And then he says, somebody with equilibrium, vertigo, dizziness. And I'm already standing. So I raise my hand, make sure he sees me. And he looks at me, and I'm sitting about right there. He looks at me, and he says, come on, man, tonight's your night. And I'm thinking, yes, it is. So he starts to pray. And as he's praying, both ears pop. And there's this sensation, if those of you that have flown, and as the plane banks and then it rights itself, even though I'm standing there still, that sensation comes on. And then there's this assurance, not a verbal, not a spoken assurance, but just this assurance that fills me that you don't need the hearing aids anymore. You don't need the canes. So I sit down and I whisper in my wife Erica's ear and I say, we've wasted money because I don't need my hearing aids anymore. And then the equilibrium issues had gotten to the point where when I would go downstairs, I would have to go down sideways, step by step, and hold on to the stair rail. Even the short stairs that are right out here. We got home. I ran around some circles in our front yard. Luckily, it was dark, so nobody could see me, just to test. No issues. When I stopped spinning, everything else stopped spinning. Yesterday, thanks to the Netflix show Tidying Up with whatever her name is, we cleaned our closet. I went down our stairs normally, carrying bags of clothes to donate to Goodwill, along with my 2 canes. And I haven't felt this good in years. It's been amazing.
Thank you, Cody. So good.